How easy is it to control you? I only have to make you afraid or angry. Hey, I'm Dr. Nan. I'm a religionist, ancient historian, and mythologist, and I teach in the College of Liberal Arts. Fear and anger are located in kind of the reptilian part of the brain. They're part of our survival instincts. And one of the easiest ways to control people is to make them afraid and angry. Now, we're seeing this happen on multiple levels. Number one, bullies use it all the time. They make you afraid of them, and then you're so angry about the fact that you're subject to their control that you then take that anger out on other people. And we see this within family dynamics. We see this on the schoolyard. We see it in politics at the federal level. This happens all the time. This is always about power. And if I can make you afraid and angry at somebody else, and if I can make you assume that I have authority, I have it made. All I have to do is point to someone else for why you're suffering. And I'm certainly not going to point back to myself, even if I am the source. So when you're thinking about whether or not you should be afraid or angry of any given oppressed group, because it's always looking at people who are oppressed. People of color, women, the poor, the disabled, among other groups. Notice the people in charge that we're listening to with billions of dollars. They're never pointing back to themselves, and yet they have far more control than anybody else. So when you're thinking about those other people, when you're afraid of those other people, take a real close look at who's telling you to be afraid, and who's telling you to be angry. And before you do anything you might regret later, think about how you would want to be treated if, or really when, you become the group, when you become part of the group being pointed to. Because eventually, we're going to run out of immigrants. We're going to run out of poor people. We're going to run out of disabled people. We're going to run out of women. We're going to run out of people to blame. The chances of you being one of those groups, the chances of you being in one of those groups is pretty good. Eventually. Maybe not today, maybe not this year, but eventually, you will have a finger pointed at you. Till next time, stay curious. Keep asking questions. Be reflective. Look at yourself. Ask yourself who you really worship, what you really worship, who you're listening to, and why should they have authority? I'll catch you next time.